Ba 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 baran. Ba 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 baran. Oh ba 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 baran. Ba 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 baran. Ba 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 baran. You got me rocking and rolling, rocking.
Hello everyone, this is JPL back for another reaction video, and today we'll be reacting to MLP Season 8, Episode 18. Yeah, if you're wondering why this is not Episode 14, it's because this is officially Episode 18. I have no idea why Hasbro decided to release the episodes like this. I don't think this is surrounding any holiday or anything. This is just, Episode 18 is just being released this week. And then when it actually airs, when it's supposed to air, it's being released later on, again. And, I'm just... and it's also like, I was hoping that, we wouldn't get new episodes until August, because I didn't want there to be any episodes airing during BronyCon, like I did last year, because then, I'd have to skip the episode for a couple days, skip spoilers, and then find out, get the episode later on, and yada yada, because I couldn't watch it during the convention. So yeah, gladly that we're not having an episode next week, which is again weird. Why do we have an episode today on a Friday? Not have an episode next week, but the week after we come back with the actual episode 14, and also we're getting episode 15 then, so 2 episodes on that Saturday. So this is all weird, and that's just not half of it. I was wanting, for it to go on longer, because I'm still debating about, this show here, because Season 8, in my personal opinion, is the worst season of MLP. You can be like, oh yeah, but what about Season 3? Or what about Season 6? Or 7? And I'd say, like, yeah, that's bad, but Season 8, personally, I feel like is just much worse. And, like, I was rewatching Season 2, because I wanted to, like, I wanted to rewatch Season 2. And, like, going through everything, I noticed some interesting things. I noticed, like, the writing style and the way things are written is far superior than what we have now. And, like, looking back at that, it's like, why is that? And, seasons 1 and 2 are, fantastic seasons, which, I appreciate more going back into them than I did when I first watched them. Going back to that, the reason why they were so great is because Lauren Faust, she herself got the writers all together, and she would force them to connect with each other, and that's why we have so many, like, continuity things going around throughout the series. Nowadays, the only main continuity we have is the Sugar Bell and Big Mac, which, again, takes a season. Yeah. It's really messy. And also looking at how our characters are written, our main 6, everything's poorly written. I'm not enjoying the episodes, because I'm just going back and wondering, like, why did I like these episodes? So what about these episodes do I like? And what I liked about them was that our characters learned something new about each other. Like, we learn, Rainbow Dash doesn't like to read, but then she figures out, oh, I like to read now, because she had that thing, and then that went on through the rest of the season, and you can see her reading in the background. And maybe, characters discover something new about themselves. Now, we don't have them learning new things about each other. And what I mean by that is, like, there were episodes where our friends, they were discovering new about their other friend that they'd never known before. And we don't really have stuff like that anymore. And, that would be the first time when they learn all that stuff. And, we would have learned about them too. Now, it seems like they've stopped doing that, and they're just putting our characters in different situations, but they're not really growing. They're not even learning more about, oh, this is what I did. This is what I did. I was into this. And like, oh, okay. Like, oh, this is what I do. This is what I want to do. Like, oh, okay. We don't really see that now. It's just, okay, okay, we have our characters. We want these two characters. What's our plot? What's our thing here? What's the antagonist thing that we want to do for this episode? Oh, let's do this here. Okay, so we got a plot here. Yeah, okay. What did they learn? I don't know. Friendship. There you go. That's the episode. And also another thing that I don't like that they do, which has been an issue with the show for a long time, is they introduce an element to the show and they don't do anything with it. For instance, Flurry Heart. Fans, we don't like Flurry Heart because it's another Alicorn baby and that was there for sell toys. But me, I don't like Flurry Heart. She's kind of cute at some moments, but the reason why I don't like her is because when she was introduced, they always, whenever our new stuff is introduced, they always make it a big deal. And that was the thing. Oh, this is a big deal. And then, nope, you don't see her until the finale. Or later on in the season, but we don't do anything with her. And it's like, okay. So the writers have made this, in their first episode, they make this a big deal, and then we don't use them. That's horrible. That's been an issue. Starlight Glimmer, I have much more respect for her now. She's pretty much the Ahsoka Tano for the ponies. Ahsoka Tano's character in the Clone Wars, that, if we all remember, when she first appeared, everyone hated her. But as the show went on, she became one of our favorite characters, and that's what happened with Starlight Glimmer. When she was a villain, we loved her as a villain. When she turned good and she was a new character, oh yeah, we all had our issues with her. But now she's one of the best characters of the show here. Another element is the Pillar 6. Those characters. They were such a big deal last season. They took time to build some kind of a story with each of them so we can have the finale. And that finale, there was a big deal with those characters. Forget them, because we're not doing anything with them. That's painful. Here, in the first episode, they made a big deal to get this school. We're going to do stuff with this school. We have these new characters, new students with no character whatsoever, and we are not doing anything with them. And this is the issue I'm noticing throughout the past 3 seasons, and these past 3 seasons I consider my least favorite, because the people in charge here don't know what they want to do with these characters, don't know what we're even doing here. And to be fair, they may do some fun episodes, they may do good episodes, like a couple each season, but they don't do consistency with each episode in the season. And that's my big issue. And I understand this rant here is going on for almost 10 minutes now, and I hate to talk bad about MLP, which is the only thing I've been doing in every single one of my reactions here, is talking about how I don't like it. And I realized this while rewatching season 2, rewatching the episode that I didn't like the most for the longest time, The Mysterious Murderwell, which I still don't like, but comparing it to a lot of the episodes we have now, definitely much better than whatever we have now for half of this season here. And so, yeah, the show, they like to introduce things and they make a big deal out of it, but then they don't do anything with it forever, or they never do anything with it. So I don't know. I'm getting tired of coming here week to week, you know, being disappointed by what I'm seeing. And this episode is Yakity Yak, an episode about the Yaks, which I don't consider them my favorites. When they have episodes about them, they're sometimes fun, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, that was good, I'm gonna rewatch it, because there's only so much you can do with this. Yeah, you're all gonna disagree with me here, but you have to just take note about just how better the show was years ago. You know, the songs, we don't have songs anymore for like, we barely have songs now. Like last season we only had 5 songs. This season we're 13, now technically 14 episodes in, and we only had 2 songs from the very beginning, and they weren't all that great, you know, catchy, but not the greatest thing ever. And it's like, this fandom, from the very beginning, they thrived on the songs. You know, whenever we had a brand new song, it became the best thing ever. Now, with each new song, and you know, very little come few, it's like, yeah, it's a new song, yeah, we're not crazy about it. And the last time, you know, it felt like the songs that we got were like, yeah, there's this great new songs, was back in season 5, and I keep reverting back to season 5 as being, my personal opinion, the best season ever. And because it was the final hurrah for some of our favorite writers out there, and you know, when they made sure to make that final hurrah, they're a great hurrah. And like, we had musical episodes. Season 6 going into it, we had good songs, but you know, for the most part, you know, that's where we started dropping in terms of songs. And like, I am sure none of you care and you want me to just get to this episode. I don't think you even want me to get to the episode, because I'm negative. Anyway, let's just get started in 3, 2, 1, click.
Creature's in trouble. We have to help it. Oh, listen to that suffering.
It's just Pinkie Pie with her instruments, I'm thinking.
Oh, it sounds like a herd of injured chimerae.
It's music, Fluttershy. Can you not tell it's music?
Pinkie Pie?
Was some kind of bagpipe. Ah, yes, bagpipe jokes. When we all consider that to be like, it sounds like the worst thing ever, like someone's dying, but bagpipes, you know, they don't get enough credit. They're not my favorite instrument, but they're still catchy. Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to learn an instrument.
Yes. And you're just waiting for me to finish talking so you can start playing again, aren't you? No! But if you're done, and a 1, and a 2, and I know what to do.
Well, she likes something new now, okay. But here's the question. Are we going to continue having this throughout the rest of the season? We're not, but...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So don't they teach classes? What are they doing here? What's that giraffe doing there? She has a sanctuary for them. What are they doing inside the house? And that giraffe shrunk. I see the conflict in the episode already. Alright, now I'm gonna have a problem with this here. Because this is a sports event. And you should be allowed to play and cheer or whatever on through this. You know, they have the horns that you can play. Man, the 2010 World Cup, you know, the thing that went on. You know, that's typical for a sportsman. So the Rainbow Dash part, I don't get the issue with, but she's loud and apparently blows up apples somehow. I don't know.
It is nice to get out of the library and be in the sun.
Do we really ever see Twilight do this anymore? We don't. We don't see Twilight just reading like she did anymore. She's always doing something else. We don't see her in her library reading books like we did. I mean, you're an athlete, Rainbow Dash. You should be able to play with the noise, you know?
We're not going through that again. Remember how well it worked out when you weren't honest with Celestia about her acting ability?
You're right.
At least they're bringing this back, okay.
You mean the thing I love more than anything else in Equestria? My son!
Oh, come on.
My stars! My everything? Ooh, tell me!
Alright, in all honesty...
No. Don't do this.
Pinky, we all support you, but we're afraid you're just not good at the Ovidiphone, and none of us want you to waste your time on something you can't do well. Oh.
Okay, now they finally said it, okay?
No Mario Vidiphone playing for me.
Doesn't mean you have to throw it away.
And I don't know what to do.
I don't think she took it as well as you think she took it.
Top of the morning!
Oh my goodness, yes!
Morning. I hadn't noticed. That's not good. There you are!
Now this is one thing I wanted to see come back.
It turns out, Pinky may not have taken our critique of her Ovidiphone playing in the spirit in which it was
The
intended.
straight hair design. I've been wanting that since forever.
So she's no good at playing the Ovidiphone. What's the big deal?
She still
Oh, many other things she's really good at.
wants to do it, you know?
Being able to play the Ovidiphone is nothing compared to all the things she can do well.
That's not how that works. So what? You're good at that. Everything else. But you want to be good at the other thing. And so everything else that you're good at doesn't really matter. It's like Epic Pie Time, you know, that old video. That was great. A new art design that we can do, yeah. However, her tone is much darker, grayer than the older Pinkamena design. Now she's just back to regular. But still, that's a really good design, and I wish they could use more of it. You know?
My party cannon idea was a real dud.
Anyone needs to know how much she's appreciated. It's Pinkie Pie.
Sure, she knows that she's appreciated. The problem is she wants to play and be good at the whatever that thing is. What do Yaks have to do with this episode?
Let me try something. Gummy, where is Pinkie Pie?
What is this segment here?
Maybe we should just go and get her.
Have they're talking to an alligator who doesn't talk back. Why are they even trying?
Excuse me. Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, Mont's back. Good.
Wouldn't need them since she's moving to Yakistan.
So that's where Yaks come in. So why there? Why not go back to the farm?
She did say that. I say we go to Yakistan right now and make her come back home.
We can't just march up there and tell Pinkie
Or
what to
just
do.
let her
We
go,
didn't even get a chance to say goodbye.
have her be homesick, and have her come back.
To go to Yakistan and force her to come home.
Hey, we didn't let you park here. What are you doing? You park outside
Where?
at the front entrance.
Is that the music of the Ovidiphone? Hey, what are you guys doing here?
Just hear us out.
We respect your decision to move to Yakistan.
Okay.
I just wanted to remind you how much you mean to us, and how much we'd miss you if you decided to move here for... Fine. I'll move back to Ponyville.
Okay, so Pinkie Pie is obviously still miserable.
Oh, I can't bear to see her like this. Indeed. But what else can we do? Yeah, we tried everything.
She's smiling here.
I'm not. Look. Oops, sorry.
So get up there and show these yaks how it's done.
No.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the audience are all yaks. And
Yes.
they have issues with things that aren't perfect.
Yes.
Like my playing.
Yes.
Right? You get up on that stage and play.
No.
Yaks don't like it. Still have to answer to us.
Oh my goodness, no.
Okay.
Well, I was just saying beforehand, you know, I wanted more where the characters find something new that they like here. That's going to continue. And so here, it's pretty much what I'm saying here. Pinkie just found something new, and she likes it. Now, are they going to have her play it throughout the rest of the season with her in the background? You know, if they had Rainbow Dash do it, why not Pinkie Pie? And that's my biggest issue, is that whenever they do have something where it's like, oh, I like this, they don't do anything with it. They just, it's been in the past episode, and they don't do it. Like, it's like Rainbow Dash is pranking, which I don't like her pranking. We had not seen her prank anyone until 5 seasons later, in season 6, where she came back in that horrible episode of pranking, you know. But she did small pranks, you know, in season 2 that were, you know, just fine, you know. I feel like there's just something missing in these episodes here. You know, there's... It just feels like we're running off of fumes here. The show is. I mean, I like that they're bringing back the thing from earlier this season, which an episode I'm thinking more about, I don't really like, because of just how inaccurate they represent things. But we need to learn something new. Like, our characters need to learn something new about each other, which nowadays, if you were to do that, it would not work, because it would be seasons long without them not doing anything new for each other. It's just the main new element that they have here is just creating something new, which is not a bad thing, but we need... There needs to be a reason to be for these characters. You know, Rainbow Dash, you know, once she got into Daring Do, it became her favorite thing ever. And, like, we need these things for our main characters now, because they don't have this anymore. They had it in the beginning, you know. Fluttershy's love for animals, Rarity in her dresses, which it's kind of working. And then Twilight with her books, which now, because she's in Princess, we don't, and since, you know, we don't have the library anymore, we don't really see her casually just reading a book, which I'm glad they brought it shortly here. But we don't see her do that a lot anymore. It's, you know, thinking through things, there's an episode that I would love to see that just works with me now, is that Rainbow Dash gets tired of reading daring do books. She's read them all, and I want her to I want there to be an episode where she's like, I'm not really happy or exciting reading these anymore because I read them 100 times. It's still good, but it's like I don't find the enjoyment reading it again. It's just I can't read this anymore. And I want her to have an episode where she struggles with that, and then maybe she finds a new book, and maybe there's a lesson here. I don't know. I want that episode. It would work so well, and I would connect to it more personally, because that's what I'm feeling towards this show. It's going longer. I'm feeling empty towards the episodes. I'm not really connected to these episodes anymore. This show has lost its bearing for me personally. It's lost its meaning, what it was trying to do. It's difficult to formulate into words my feeling for this. It's harder to describe everything, and you're gonna disagree with me, I know this, because people, they have different tastes, and some people, which I wish I could be the person who just loves this just because it's ponies, and everything ponies is good, and that used to be the case. But now it's like, this isn't good. It's not good anymore. I am considering something, just stop reacting to the show, which, for one thing, it means I don't have to repeat the same thing every week where I just I complain about the episode. I say, oh, I don't like this, and I'm getting tired of doing this on a weekly basis. And one thing that would be positive. I just watched the show, and it would be better for me to just watch it without nitpicking, but it's not, because then I'm just gonna nitpick it, not watching it, and then once I nitpick it, I can't express it, and then this like me not expressing my anger towards that, it means I'm gonna dislike the show more. Here I can express my dislike towards it and that emotion coming out, and then it's fine. I don't really want to stop reacting to the show, because the reason why I started was so that I can express my opinion on the new episodes that come out, and I express my opinions through my reviews that I release for each episode, and that's not well done, but at least I give my thoughts in that, and that's why I started doing the reactions, so that I can watch the episode and you can see while I'm watching the episode, kind of what my thought process is. And I'm just that I'm not like most reactors. I'm not like Ready Dash, Short Pot, or Brony, or Blank Slates, or All the Good. Just name your favorite reactors for MLP. I'm not like that. Where I can make points that I don't like about something, that I'm just gonna love a lot of things, that I can tolerate a lot of things. Maybe I used to do that. I used to be able to do that. But now I don't think I can. I don't have a community of being able to share what my thoughts of the show with friends anymore, because they're all gone. Next week is BronyCon, and I get to go to BronyCon, and that should be fun. But Yeah, I've been talking for a lot here, just almost as long as the episode itself, you know. Right now, this is about the length of me reacting to 2 episodes of something here. There's a lot to talk about here, and like yeah, you know, it'd be fun to watch an episode with like another person, you know, because we could banter back and forth, and we can just discuss things, and that would be cool. We can. But now, you know, the show is just, you can discuss, but it doesn't mean anything. The show is all formulaic now, you know. There's a certain thing where it's like, it's not going to do this, and anyway, I've talked for a long time here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time, hopefully. Bye.